Mysterious developments are afoot in Tarkov. The leaders of the scav gangs have converged on reserve for a meeting of some kind. Anyone who gets close is hunted down. But why are they meeting? What's behind it? A strange article appears in the Tarkov Light, a daily newspaper circulated in the local area. The article itself describes armed men, commanded by one Kappa Kaylee, which translated into Russian says Gluhar, taking crates and barrels of unknown contents from the secret underground terror group lab. But this, however, was not the most interesting thing about the article. In the background, faded from view, was some inverted text. Enhancing and reversing the text reveals two interesting messages. The first one reads as follows. C, presumably Gluhar. Hello friend, I know we have not seen each other in person in a long time, but my research won't let me leave my office, even for an hour. The combat medical drugs are showing great demand, as do the regenerative injectors and the other creations of our quote-unquote friends. I was able to develop and test the new version of the quote-unquote cocktail, which will be able to significantly increase metabolism, allowing to neutralise, the rest was covered by a headline, and significantly increase physical and mental capabilities of the patient. However, there are minor negative effects, which we would do best to discuss in person. The first batch of the cocktail is already prepared for transport, and will be waiting for you with a sample in our standard place. Signed, S, presumably Sanitar. The second translated message reads, during the second recon operation inside the perimeter, the task force has discovered the remains of the first team that stopped communicating the day before. Among the bodies were unlocked Gamma-class secure containers. Researchers found that a group of... The sentence is missing. The enemy used tools that allowed them to unlock the secure containers of our operatives and gain access to the contents. It's necessary to work on changing the call signs of all active units in the area of responsibility of Redacted, to pay close attention to existing containers, ensure the safety of information in the possession of operatives in the occupied territories. So what are we to make of all this? It's quite clear that Sanitar and Gluhar know each other well. The Odobolus cocktail that Sanitar has developed was indeed being tested out on either the local militias, the PMCs, or even civilians. Suddenly, it would make sense why all the bosses were converging on reserve, presumably to decide what to do with the haul Gluhar has grabbed from the lab. And where is this standard place to recover the sample from? My guess would be the lab itself, and it would certainly warrant more investigation. But what about the second message? Even more cryptic in nature, it describes terror group operatives being taken out and people being able to break into gamma containers, which may be even more worrying. Who is breaking into these containers? And do they actually pose a threat to us, the player? Keep your sick case safe is what I say. What does this mean for the wider lore of Tarkov? Could it mean that all of the scav gang bosses are former terror group employees in some form, who stayed behind when the others evacuated? They all work together to fight you on reserve, so this would make sense, and it certainly means that they know each other. Taking barrels and crates from the lab can mean that they're gearing up for something big, but who knows what? More are coming to Tarkov each day, and some new faces have been seen around town. Could this have anything to do with the meeting? Could this even be the culmination of the research Terror Group were doing? We'll have to wait and see. As for me, I'm off to labs to hunt Gluhar's sample. Thanks for watching.